Welcome to Bond's Adventures. Today we're hiking in the frigid blue tier down from Poimina to Weldborough pub. We're camping at Winiford Weir along the way. Now, take a look at this lovely map I've got here. As you can see, Poimina, our starting point. We're going to turn in, go down this road up here.
I am under instruction to tell you that Luke Webster did not have anything to do with the making of this map.
Comes out down to here. We're going to turn into Winifred Weir, our campsite, undesignated campsite. So there's actually no facilities or any sort of, water sources apart from the river. Then the day after, we're going to continue down this trail, eventually coming out over here. Sorry, the map's offset. Coming out over here, down to Weldborough. But we're going to stop at the pub for lunch. Have a nice palmy.
No, we're not allowed to get stuff.
We're not going to have a nice palmy. We're stopping at the pub and not having a nice palmy.
So our journey would start at the Blue Tier trailhead and we'd hike to the Weldborough pub via the Winifred Weir where we would camp for the night. The hike would take us on some old hiking trails, four-wheel drive tracks of yesteryear and some tracks that only recently were closed. The walk would be scattered with historic remnants and upwards of 30 types of mushroom and fungi. We were dropped off at the top by Bruce, our wonderful bus driver. We were then briefed about the walk and what we would encounter over the next 2 days, before saddling up and checking out the remains of the old school. Then we hit the track. The Blue Tier descent.
Today guys, we're at the second camera on Jack Barnes' YouTube channel. Just walking through the highlands. Jack's up there, leading the pack. Like the true hikesman he is.
We're currently just past a bit of a four-wheel drive track. It's now in a bit more of a sheltered area. We're going in a line and back to Jack Barnes. Woo!
To begin with, we were following the Wellington Creek track. This old four-wheel drive track once gave access to vehicles, parts of the reserve that are now only accessible by foot. The track is littered with remnants from a day gone by.
And the old contraption. Oh yes, the tyre.
We walked past these tyres. I'm pretty sure, according to my Art Road teacher, Mrs. Walker, who's behind me, is something to do with the tin mine.
Gold hole here.
A little gold hole here. Gold hole. Oh wow. And now we're coming off to a creek.
Yeah, this is an interesting looking fungus. Good spotting, Joe. Where you spotted it, but anyway.
After spotting a few different types of mushrooms, the conversation between me and Ben soon turned into a debate about the origin of the mushroom.
I was actually watching Clarkson's farm and he said...
Reddit told me.
Are you going to believe Reddit or Jeremy Clarkson?
The mushroom is just the sexual reproductive organ of mycelium.
The sexual reproductive organ of the mycelium is the mushroom?
Yeah.
So a mushroom is a penis? Is it like dinosaurs or like us?
There's different theories for everything. One of the leading ones is it actually comes from space.
That means mushrooms are space penises?
Yeah.
With that debate sorted, we continued along the Wellington Creek track.
Jack's got the same idea.
Yeah.
It is rather amazing scenery, actually.
It is. It's very unique and found almost nowhere else in the world. Now, many years ago, this area was known as Poimina and still is in certain sections. There was much logging happening here, hence why you end up with these vast open plains with logs and things scattered around the place.
Just after midday, we stopped at the far end of the logged open plains to have our lunch.
Hi guys, welcome back to Jack Barnes Vlogs. It's me, Georgia, and we've got CJ in the back. How mossy this ground is.
Yeah, we're off track.
I'm surprised. Oh, fucking. How do we were off track? Is this a track here?
After finding the right track, outdoor naturalist Marius Caster sparked up a conversation about trees.
So Jack, what kind of trees do you reckon these are here? Want to give us the description of the wildlife?
Thankfully, a small footbridge distracted Marius from the conversation because I had no idea what any of these plants were.
Most likely, I'd consider them most likely flora.
Bit of a crossing here, guys. Just don't...
Bit of water.
Yeah, on a plank. There's planks to step on.
And moss on said plank. Alright, he's falling in
Just
there.
step by carefully, guys.
Look at that, Webster. Carefully done.
As far as can be ascertained, only 2 sawmills operated on the blue tier.
Everyone come read.
A small
A
operation
bit of a sign here,
cutting
guys.
celery top pine.
At the Nicholas sawmill, they used a steam engine to power all the machinery, though due to the altitude it wouldn't work properly a lot of the time, so they had to get creative with how they solved the problem.
The problem of powering the saw was solved by hooking up the power take of a TD40 International crawler tractor through the system of belts, so you really get rotational force in there. The mill cut only myrtle and produced mostly 9-inch by 3-inch beams for pubs in England, so you know, just good wooden beams. The mill was situated close to the creek, and a small water race ran through the mill to cart the sawdust away. During heavy rain, the mill was often flooded, and that'd be a bit unfortunate, wouldn't it?
Remains.
Ridges along here. What is it?
Bit of old sawmill equipment.
Oh
Seems to be a rotary.
Oh, yes. This is what was powered by the TD40 engine. That's what it said, wasn't it?
This is your myrtle, and this is your pepperberry.
I just tried a pepperberry leaf. I think I got it on video, maybe. Is this the right one?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna take a couple.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
Yep, come out.
Ugh.
But you get the berries and it's like pepper.
Ow! Ace! Webby, I just tried a pepperberry leaf.
How'd you go?
My mouth is on fire. Can't believe how hot those leaves were.
Can we just really just look around and appreciate the nature? Just appreciate the scenery that we're in and just...
Marius, when do you think the last time someone was on this track was?
Oh, a long time ago. Sorry, Jack, I was in front of
There you go.
You're right.
Extreme caution, there's a sign.
Extreme caution. Ah. Oh. Wait, I gotta... I'm a bit top heavy now.
Okay,
Thanks, Eva.
you get under, keep going lower, okay, really.
I'm on my knees now, Eva. Alright, that's going to require some support through there.
After some of us struggled through that inconveniently placed tree, we continued to follow Marius, Eva and Chloe as we wound our way down the hill. Until Webby tapped me on the shoulder and told me to stop where I was.
Is this the way?
Hello!
I'm following Eva, dude.
We're so lucky. We're so lucky Webby's here.
Dude, I'm following Eva.
It's okay. Instead, you just got too busy listening to Marius.
I was having it.
After the navigator denied everything, I showed him the markers that he should have been looking out for on his quest to find Winiford Weir.
That's what you're looking to follow.
You know, she's really
In the bush.
Stable! I'm up!
That was good. That was good footage.
Despite walking past many logs during the day, one log caught our attention as we walked past. We noticed there seemed to be some relics of old on it.
Give it a sniff, mate.
Don't think it would smell good.
Small feet, honestly.
Oh, Jack. anything small to you.
Oh, another bit of relic.
Yeah, come take a picture of the shoe.
Effervescent fruit salt.
Yeah, there's shoes up here.
See, right here's a bit of bow, guys.
After a brief look at an area long gone by, we continued down the track before we found a much more modern sign.
We finally, we've got to some signs. We're heading to Weldborough. So we need to go Weldborough? Yes.
Wellington Creek Circuit, we don't. 30 minutes to the car park, excuse me.
Where's the car park?
Blue Tier Descent Heritage Trail.
Yeah, we're going down this way.
Inevitably, after walking downhill in the blue tier, we did eventually get to some water at the bottom.
Alright,
This is maybe
guys.
shoeless territory.
I don't think so.
Could you go around?
Yes, definitely. Definitely ways to go.
You can see how it can get deep.
Yeah.
What the hell? No way I'm gonna jump that.
Could be right. Well done.
It wasn't long before we came across our next water crossing. However, upon arrival of the next water crossing, it wasn't quite so easy to get across, so I decided I'd go upstream a bit and find a place to cross.
Alright, there's no bit. No, it's... Oh wow, this is deep. Guys, I'll find a way. This is... Ugh. I've actually just... Marius, I'm on the other side. There is no track here though. Oh. So you get through?
Oh my god.
I don't reckon too many of us should come this way. This is...
The log that I was on just fell in.
Yeah, I know, that happened to me too. Now we have to work out where to go from here because it's thick vegetation. Just a minor bush bashing. Just watching out for snakes, by the way, guys. Oh yeah, hang on, yep. Oh. I'm caught.
At this point, my pack was snagged on a limb above me, and I didn't really fancy on turning around to go back.
Alright, I'm through, guys.
We carried on, despite knowing that with more water crossings ahead, I'd likely have to take my shoes off.
Looks like we're coming up to a little bit more water. We're now down in the lower forest in the river crossings on an old four-wheel drive track.
Wait, pass me that, Jack. I dropped my head in the water.
Oh, your stick. Yeah. Here you go. I was spurred on by those encouraging words, so I continued my way downstream to see if I could find a way across. Oh, yes. Coming back out in the sun.
Isn't that beautiful?
Are you wearing thermals, Webby? Oh, jeez.
You poor man.
Weirdly, despite being an experienced hikesman, Marius was asking what I meant when I said goat track.
What? A goat track.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
I've never heard that saying before.
How have you not? What? Clearly you haven't done a lot of goat tracking before.
Goat tracking? Yeah?
No, tracking.
Here we are.
Ah, a sign.
We're actually closer than I thought. This is off to the campsite.
Oh yeah, I don't think we're crossing.
We're actually right.
Wow.
Wait, guys. Can we just make sure everyone comes through?
Well, if they can't follow the sign, that's pretty...
I'm going.
Evidently, we were all pretty happy to be getting to camp as the sun was starting to go down over the hills and we wanted to have dinner before it got dark and cold.
Is this it?
Once we'd collected our water, we got back to camp to get dinner on the go.
Webby's rehydrating his food and then cooking it. Alright, on our way down to the Winiford Weir before it gets too dark. The sun's setting behind us there over the little campsite.
It's only about, what, 5 o'clock?
Yeah,
But,
we've just got dinner out of the way and done with before it gets dark and
Yeah,
cold.
middle of winter, it just sets that early.
It's actually currently only May.
Middle of winter.
Yeah, the middle of winter is like July.
Oh, well, that is convenient.
Wow, now you can really see us.
Look at that.
Except
Our
I can't. Oh, it's flat.
Oh, never mind.
Wait, can you see me? That's a bit better.
Our cameraman is prepared.
Oh, yes. All right, let's see how far it is. I think I can see it, actually.
Now, the thing is with these microphones is you don't have to talk louder if the camera's further away because the microphone's on you.
Thank you, Jack. I really did not realise that.
We decided to stop and listen to the sounds of nature.
Oh, this is actually on camera. I just realised I got my microphone on.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good, good.
Now I know how TV presenters feel. Look at this little water trap here. Just letting the water through.
That's almost what a weir is, actually.
Oh, no, actually. Incredibly. So this weir here, well, it's not a traditional weir because normally a weir is just sort of this rock face and the water would flow over it, but they've built up this small dam wall. And the reason they've done that is because they needed to divert the water course down here, and when you narrow the stream of which the water's going, it goes faster. It creates a water race. Hence why they've got that one flap up, and it allows the water to speed down this little race they've built so they can use it for washing properly, you know, washing all the tin.
Currently at Winiford Weir, and we're on our way to Weldborough pub tomorrow.
Which is where we're going to signify the end of our journey there.
Approximately 20 kilometres. But Jesus.
After a good look around, we headed back to camp for the evening.
It is day 2. We're just leaving at camp. It is around 20 past 8 in the morning, 20 minutes later than we should have been going.
At exactly 8:27 a.m, we left the campsite and headed along the track back towards Weldborough. And it wasn't long before we got to our first river crossing of the day. I soon found another way around the river.
Yeah, as long as you step on the inside of it.
Soon we was all across and we continued on our way to find Weldborough.
What kind of head? If you really like just really long little trail.
The camera sort of fails to appreciate the drop here, but you can see all the scrape marks and tyre marks on those rocks here. That's part of the track.
At the bottom of the descent, the terrain changed again. Before we continued, we decided we'd work out where we were on our easy-to-read map. Once our fearless leader had asserted her leadership, we continued on, with some doing a little more work than others.
Where are the clips?
Where's the other one?
They need the
Is that it?
holders. Thank you. Tell them to wait. Tell them to wait.
After the group rightfully didn't wait, we were soon back in the rainforest at another river. This was my most ambitious crossing without taking my shoes off yet. I was sure these bushes contained large populations of leeches. And with award-winning cinematography, I made my crossing. And just a bit further down the track, we found something which Webby said had been disturbed since he last was here. After passing the old van, the track became wider, though with more puddles as wide as the track itself.
Now. This is what we call a big puddle.
After much going downhill, we ran out of it, so we had no choice to start going back up.
way. Uphill is nice. Now we're back in the shade, in amongst the ferns.
I actually don't know.
After about a kilometre, the hill flattened out and obviously started to go back down. At this point, we was coming through to some of the mountain bike trails that you can access from Weldborough.
So this is me and Marius.
Hey guys,
Probably like doing myself real dirty right now.
this is me and Chloe. Besties since grade
I'm
1.
gonna get everyone.
Soon came a fork in the road. It was up to our fearless leader Ace to decide which way to go. After a solid morning's hike, we had finally made it back to some sort of civilization. It was probably about a kilometre back up to Weldborough pub from here, and we had the bus scheduled for 12 o'clock, which was going to make a good rendezvous as it was about 11:30, giving us enough time to have lunch.
Weldborough was the in the middle of the tin rush in the 1800s. It was actually the largest Chinese populated town in Tasmania.
We took a brief but historic look around the old Chinese settlement.
Not much down at the old Chinese settlement, but a bit of information on the history board there. It's interesting though that they chose like a wet, damp area to actually make their camp when there's plenty of sort of hills and higher spots all around it.
Yeah, well, it said that there was probably not as many trees.
Yeah, true. They would have chopped down a lot of trees.
None.
But it's still interesting that they chose like the low point in the ground and not a higher point. Anyway.
Once we got to the Weldborough pub, we sat down on one of their staged platforms, had lunch and waited for Bruce. We was hoping he'd see us at the pub, as Miss Walker had told him to meet us back down the road where we'd come out of the track. She did this because we was running ahead of time, but that didn't quite work out, so Bruce went down the road because he didn't see us, so Marius and I were sent to chase him down.
It's actually genius that Bruce drove the bus down this way, where Gita said to get him, because
We found a stick.
because we found a stick that was left at the Chinese settlement.
Eventually, we did chase down Bruce, and kindly he let us back on his bus to go back to the pub and pick everyone else up.
He'd come from, because that's where she told Bruce to go.
Well, yeah, I realised that after, like, in hindsight, but when he said he's going down the road, I thought she meant the main road.
Yeah, nah.
It was lovely having you come with us on this trip, and I hope to see you again next time.
There'll be 2 or 3 more trips like this year. Actually, 2 or 3 more trips like this ever, because this is our last year.
This will be one of the final Barnes camps, and
with lots of us. There'll still be Barnes camps with, you know, just me and
it was lovely having you along.
Yeah,
and I wish you all best of luck. Wait, why am I saying this?
I don't know.
This is bad.
Viewers.
All right, bye guys. Bye viewers.
Like and subscribe, or don't, or do whatever.
Yeah,
it's up to you.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, or it does.
Get him to 1,000.
Let's get us to 1,000.